All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom, Barakathum. And the enemy has imagined unimaginable evil for the world, for the earth, all right, for creation, all right. And that should be a thing that's completely evident, you know, especially among men who know that they're Israelites, all right. But really, it should just be common sense for the populace at large. And just talking to people and reading their spirit, they're utterly defeated, man. All right, you'll talk to them, you'll share a little bit of wisdom, give them a little bit of the light, and they don't know whether to scoff or be afraid or worried. All right, and that's because they bubble themselves up in cocoons. They blot out things. They don't want to hear things. All right, and why do they do that? Because that's written. All right, and believe that's Isaiah 64. See, they think they're blotting out what they're seeing with their very own eyes: gas prices, inflation, World War III tensions. They think they're blotting it out themselves, but that's really the Spirit of the Lord, all right, having them to double down on being wicked, okay? Isaiah 66, starting at verse 3, he that killeth an ox as if he slew a man, he that sacrificeth a lamb as if he cut off a dog's neck. All right, it says, he that offereth an oblation is as if he offered swine's blood, he that burneth incense as if he blessed an idol. Yea, they have chosen their own ways, and their soul delighteth in their abomination. So that last sentence is the main point. They have chosen these things, so they delight in these things. But see, they're not going to delight in the consequences of these things. And Esau's done a very good job of distracting you what's coming, of putting up all of this money and capital into symptom relief. All right, when you go to the doctor, they're not healing you. They're relieving symptoms because they want you to come back. Okay, when you go out into the world, all right, and you look at billboards, signs, advertisements, things in the media, what does it do? It comforts you through BS affirmations. Like I had a woman recently talking about, she has an app that sends her 3 affirmations a day. You are enough. You are strong. Like people that need things like that are they're doing it because they know that they're wicked in the inside. They know that they're worthless. Okay. And so that's a spirit that the Lord put on people. Okay. That's written. It says, verse 4, I will also choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them. All right. Because when I called, none did answer. All right. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. All right. Now that mainly applies to Israelites. Okay. But the average person is in that spirit as well. And we drink of that cup. Not the elect. I mean, when I say we, I mean a lot of Jakes drink of that cup, man. Look at what Esau's doing out in the earth. All right. Blair tells Stormer to introduce ID cards. All right. And avoid vulnerability on wokeism. Why? Because they're trying to preserve the image. All right. The image which they're gonna get angry and go to war over. Okay. They're gonna slay their own people who don't bow down to the image, and this wokeism thing is a part of it. You can see how it's funded. All right. And why are they bringing it all the way down to your ID card? All right. Because they want identity to be controlled by them. The concept of it. All right. The implications of it. They want to rule everything, man. All right. He's the categorizer. okay? And people see these things and think there's nothing of it. But these people really want you spoiled, man. They want your kids. They want you eating. We're gonna get down to what Bill Gates says when he wants to replace cow milk. All right. They want everything, man. Okay. I'm gonna get that. Let me see. Revelation 11 and 18. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets," all right, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great. All right. So think about these things, man. We're coming into a time period where there's about to be a major separation. And what's the context? Everybody's angry. All right. It's starting with the money, but it's going to get way worse than that, man. They're going to find out things about America before it's all said and done, with where they're not going to want to do, they're not going to want anything to do with the American people, the American ideologies. The Lord is going to utterly embarrass America, man. All right. It says, "And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth." And that's what this guy's doing. He's destroying the earth. All right. And these people walking around like they got it. It's irritating. Okay. And y'all can't imagine that there's a group of people on the earth that will do unimaginable evil. He will literally destroy the earth. When I say they imagined a mischievous device, which I typed that word in, imagined. All right. See, there was a precept that I wanted to get before that. It slipped my mind. But let me hold this real quick and go down. All right. It says, Bill Gates orders governments to replace cow milk with creamy maggot milk. A maggot is the larva of a fly. Okay. Little white insects that break down dead flesh and decaying things. All right. That's what he wants. All right. For you to use as milk now. Why? Because he said so. And when you crack it down into these things, you're going to find out the science on it is very shaky at best, and at worst is just completely made up. Okay? Completely made up, and it's not according to the scriptures, which is the main thing. Okay? Look at what they're looking to do. Okay? And how is a capitalist, a man outside of the government, giving orders to the government? All right, that should be a clue right there. And people know this, man. When you talk, they know. They just block it out. But that's okay, because the Most High chose their delusions. All right. All right. And this isn't the first time. Okay. Now look back in in Genesis 11 and 6. All right. Now we know that this was leading up to the first emperor, Nimrod. Okay. He was the first one. He really established the model for imperialism. All right. Because what is imperialism? It's really the highest form of rebellion. All right. That's really what imperialism is. It's the highest form of rebellion. Why? Let me get the word rebellion. right? An act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler. And when Nimrod was on the earth, what happened? He got rebellious. The Most High, right before Genesis 11, you have Genesis 10, right? Actually, I'll go to, let me just type this in again. Give me, all right. Now, right before Genesis 11, you had Genesis 10. Now, what is Genesis 10? For brothers that don't know, that's what we call the table of nations, okay? And it breaks down all the way from Noah, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, all right? And their sons, and those are the nations. And the Most High carved out landmarks for each one of these nations, all right? But when you go forward to the next chapter, chapter 11, all right, you see this nigga Nimrod and rose up, okay? And what does he do? He goes through the land of Shinar, all right, which what Esau will call Sumeria, okay, and all of those city states. That was Nimrod, founding these various cities, worshiping this other pantheon of gods, and they unified everybody in what? Rebellion against the Most High. And how is it rebellion? Because the Most High set up landmarks, and an imperialist doesn't regard landmarks. He just aggregates lands and people to himself. All right, he goes to different cities, and if you can't beat him in a fight, all right, then he's gonna take your land, regardless of the landmarks that the Most High set up, regardless of the of your nation and your heritage and what you're supposed to get. He's there to take. All right, so Nimrod is the first emperor, all right, and he's the and imperialism is an act of rebellion because you're going against the Most High. Really imperialism is only for the Israelites, all right, and that's even within the context of the kingdom, okay, because even nations, even in our empire, nations are going to have their own land and landmarks, and those will be respected, but they're going to sit underneath us, all right. Now the difference is we're going to be ruled, all right. We're gonna have rule over our bodies, okay. And our flesh is gonna only commit righteous acts, okay. That's gonna be the difference. I mean, you break that down in Genesis 15 about how we're gonna be a light unto the Gentile. That's how, okay. But these people, they just go around taking. All right, and every model, the Greeks, the Babylon, they all follow the model of Nimrod. All right, collecting crowns, trying to be themselves on the earth. And what comes with that spirit? Okay, let me go back and read it. Forgive me. Genesis 11 and 6. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language." And that's what Esau wants to replicate today, okay. These people, when they get high-minded, man, they're not thinking like regular normal people. They don't really see your life is valuable. They don't have the same value of life as the average everyday person, man, all right. And that's what he wants again. It's aggregating back into a one world system again, okay. It says, "And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do." All right, because they imagined all kind of wicked things back then, just like they are now. And if the Most High allows this to continue again, if he doesn't look down like he did in the ancient world of Babel, all right, and confound the languages and scatter everybody, all right, the earth is the earth is in trouble, man. Okay. All right. So you can't put anything past this devil, man. They have already imagined things that are unimaginable to most people, man. What do you think is happening to these kids? And that's an open business, man. All right. Now the media doesn't cover it, but everybody knows what's going on with that. Okay. Psalms 10 and 2, the wicked in his pride doeth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. All right. Now he's imagining no more cows, because a cow is a very healthy creature if it's fed properly and it's taken care of. All right. You have them in a stress-free environment. All right. And they're grass-fed cows are some of the healthiest things you can eat. Okay. Grass-fed cow and a high plant-based diet with some grass-fed cow. That's the healthiest thing you can have, man. All right. There are other animals too. All right, but he doesn't want you healthy. What does he want? He wants you malnourished, eating an insect protein bar. Okay, with some, what does he call it? Creamy maggot milk. You see why this place has to go, and then you see why the Lord has issue with these people that are settled, that don't think that don't think there needs to be a change in the earth. They know there needs to be a change in the earth, but they don't want to change in comfort. See? Gates announced new dairy alternative produce called Ento Milk that he says will eventually replace milk from animals. A typical carton of Ento milk is made from thousands of crushed up maggots. Look at this. Look, they're allowing, look at this headline here on this video right here. LG, you see the rest, leaders sign WEF treaty to accept pedophiles as legally protected group. I'm assuming this protected group or class. All right. So they're actively moving forward with their agenda. So this idea that oh, I just can't imagine. Learning from talking to people, their minds are so far gone. You have to thank the Most High for the truth, man. All right. You really have to thank the Most High for the truth, because they can see all of this going on, but their minds just won't let them do anything about it. And that's not going to be an excuse. The Lord still going to sweep your ass up out of here, man. All right. Let's see. You can see this everywhere with the word imagine. Imaginations, man, are that's a stumbling block for a lot of people. Every instance here, you can see there's a negative connotation here. All right, you can see Genesis, Job. Do ye imagine to reprove words in the speeches of one that is desperate, which are as the wind? Job 21 and 27. Behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which you wrongfully imagine against me. Okay, and when you think about it, imagining things is alternative to the Most High, because that's your own mind trying to piece together images and ideas and concepts. Okay, and everything that comes out of your flesh, that's not of the Most High, man. All right. Now the Most High can sanction certain things. You haven't thought you want to make a business. All right, but ultimately everything that comes out of us is defiled. We don't have that fleshy heart, or the stony heart. I get them confused. Yet, okay. Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? All right, and the people are mad, man. All right. That they're on edge. People are making very dumb decisions too, man. All right, they're not rational. They're not circumspect or aware. All right, the Klarna Afterpay and pay as you go, buy now, pay later, that is up 1,100%. People are making horrible decisions, man. All right. People went out and got Hellcats, got an $1,100 note, knowing they can't afford more than 200. All right. Why? Because this place, there's a spirit of wantonness here, man. All right. This place is gone, man. All right. It says Psalms 38:12. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me, and that they seek my hurt, and they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things. All right, and imagine deceit all the day long, man, and that day spirit, hoping to catch us up, man. You got men in Israel doing that, man. All right, you know how many brothers are praying for somebody, great millstone, to be caught up in some kind of, situation with a younger individual, because they've been slandering us with that for years. They want those things for us, man. There are men that want us to our downfall, all because we rebuke. Okay, erring, not knowing the scriptures, knowing that rebuke is a part of this thing. Okay, rebuke is a part of it. That's actually an act of love, but we don't get any of that reciprocated. Okay, so what do? They sit up there and they imagine things. They pray for our downfall, man. Okay, and Esau is the ultimate imaginer, because he's setting up this image to be glorified on the left-hand side, a left-hand idol. Look at where this is going. Okay, and the thing that I wanted to mention as well, when he says up here on this, introduce ID cards, avoid vulnerability on wokeism, that's the new image. Okay, they don't want a difference between a man and a woman. They don't want a difference between an adult and a child. Okay, and you got to really meditate and think about the implications of these things. Why does he want this? Is it for the good of humanity? No. All right, but the image is in trouble. Okay, let me go. The precept I remembered. All right, Revelation 13. You know what this precedes. All right, Revelation 13. And I just start at 14. It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. All right, that's how he gets you. All right, it's a demonstration of power that gets everybody flocking behind him. Because after World War II, man, we dropped those bombs. Everybody was looking at America like they were the man. They were the de facto rulers. Everybody wanted to be under white people, look like them. They started wearing suits and ties and everything. Okay, that was the peak of Esau. But what they don't tell you is the peak is the beginning of your downfall. All right, once y'all made those nukes, man, and started stockpiling them, that was a wrap. It's been downhill ever since. All right, and what has happened to the culture and to the image of America since then? It's been severely degraded and eroded. All right, and this will make sense in a second, but it says, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. And that image really is just a rebuilding of the Roman Empire. Okay, and the Roman Empire is really a reiteration of what Nimrod did. Okay, and Nimrod wanted the whole world, man. Okay, that was his level of ambition, to build a tower to challenge and rival the Most High, man. That's Esau. Okay, that's the spirit that he's in. Okay, that's the model that he uses to go around in the earth. All right, and that's prophesied that he would live by his sword. Okay, so of course he follows that blueprint. Okay, so that image to the beast is all of the customs and the practices and the spirits associated with ancient Rome, which is associated with ancient Greece, which is associated with ancient Egypt, okay? And all of these gods and deities and high holy days, they're all recycled, man. All right. Verse 15, the main point. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. How did he have power to give life? All right. By mass death, conquering. Okay. They say, look at how great we are. All right. And people ignored all of the bloodshed, all of the violence. And now that this beast has gotten, out of control, nobody can do anything about it. Now he's the hammer of the earth. Now you don't have a choice. All right. Verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, all right, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed, okay? So if you don't bow down to these rainbow flags, to these weirdos, okay, if you don't bow down to your woman at home, all right, what she's going to do, she's going to get on the phone and say, I've been emotionally abused, all right, which there's absolutely no way to prove that, because a woman can cry on a dime, all right, and that emotional abuse, that's going to be a means for Esau to put hands on you and lock you up. That's where all of this is going. Your kids in open rebellion of you. I want to be this. You can't tell me nothing. Esau going to come in and say, you can't. First he started saying you can't spank your child. Now it's going to be like, well, you can't tell your child that. All right. Meanwhile, you're paying for everything for the child. Esau's not paying for it. You're paying for it. But then he gets to swoop in and say, nah, you can't tell him that. You see? So read Isaiah the 14th chapter, man. This place is perverse. It's just another shadow of Egypt that the Most High has promised to destroy, and it's written what they're planning to do is unimaginably wicked, man. All right. So guard your spirit, man. Guard who you're being around, and anoint yourselves and pray daily, man. Anyway, ending it there, Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rachakodash, Shalom.